Welcome to Community Convos, a podcast and radio program from LCC Connect with conversations about what's happening in Lansing and around mid-Michigan. Welcome once again to the Convo. My name is Dedelian, and with me in the studio today is a gentleman who hails from Mason, Michigan, my hometown, as a matter of fact. I've known him for quite a while. His name is Leon Clark. You wear many hats, don't you?
Yeah, I wear a few.
What's your hats currently?
Well, currently I am on the fire department. I'm on the Mason City Council. I'm commander of the American Legion. I'm also president of the Sun-Dried Music Festival.
Exactly. And you're now. Would you consider yourself the founder? Were other people involved at the time, or what happened?
Yeah, I'm one of the founders. There was an executive director to the DDA at the time in the first year, and after that, it was kind of me.
That, of course, is the reason you're here today, is to talk a little bit about the Sun-Dried Festival. Take me back a little bit and help me to what inspired the creation, what got you into the process of, like, you know what, we need a music festival here in Mason.
Well, I was on the city council and I was a member of the DDA at the time, and all the downtown local businesses said, we really need to have some kind of a festival in the downtown area that draws people into our downtown so they can experience everything that our downtown is, with a historic setting, with a courthouse on the square and those kinds of things. Being a musician, playing in a band, I thought, well, we should have a music festival because that appeals to everybody. So we talked about it, and that's what we decided that we were going to do. The DDA director at the time wanted to do some kind of a theme kind of festival, like a Margaritaville kind of thing. And I said, well, that won't play in the long run. And they kind of hemmed and hawed back and forth. And finally, when it was getting down to a point where really didn't have time to research anymore, I just told him, I says, look, you're going to have to trust me and my contacts, and we'll put something out there. And we went to work on it, and it's grown ever since. So
really just an attraction to Mason was the goal here, right?
Yep.
Now, how long has it been since that this has been going on?
Subtract COVID, and it'd be 14 years.
14 years. So that's I think most festivals don't really tend to last past
right.
10, I think.
Yeah, most community festivals don't last that long, and especially when they're like our event, it's free. But we've put together a pretty good team, and we've got good community support. Not only do the businesses and step up and sponsor, we have a good working relationship with the city of Mason itself, who helps us quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so we're able to do it. We're, knock on wood, able to do it for free, and we'll continue to do that as long as we can.
And part of what's cool about this, and I think this is the way it's always been since its inception, is you got two stages, and you got pretty much, one band finishes up, turns around, next band picks it up. And that's always been really cool. And in addition to that, a lot of different styles and genres of music.
Yep. If you don't like what you hear in the first hour, stick around for the second hour, because there's going to be something different coming at you. And it's interesting you mentioned the second stage. Originally, the way the second stage started was we set up a small stage in the middle of the street on Friday night because we were setting up. The festival wasn't supposed to start until Saturday. So we were setting up everything on Friday. So I said, well, as long as we're here, let's give people something to do. So we hired a band and set them up in the middle of the street, and they played while we were setting up everything for Saturday.
Yeah.
And Saturday was the big day.
Yeah.
Well, then we came up with the idea with each band on the main stage to play an hour.
Right.
Then they get half an hour to transition out, which is a really quick turnaround for both the sound company and the musicians themselves. And that's how the second stage came into play.
Yeah, that's great. But it's really cool to hear. Like, it's always music.
Yep.
No matter what.
Constant. But this year, starting on Friday night, we got a really great lineup this year. At 7 o'clock, Bill Moran, a local guy from Dansville, will kick off the evening, followed by the Convo Effect.
Yeah, that's a great band right there.
They are awesome. There's some talented musicians there. Well, then it all leads up to Jacob Moran, who is the son of Bill Moran, who was also on American Idol.
Yes.
And so this will be his second year with us, and he puts on a phenomenal show backed by Convo. And so it's a really, really awesome show. And then Saturday, we start at noon. The first band that we brought in is kind of special for me because this is a group of kids, and the drummer in this band, his dad his grandfather's brother played saxophone in my band for a number of years until he passed away from pancreatic cancer. But the grandfather encouraged his grandson to play drums, and he's been working his craft. And now, I mean, they've played all over the place. They went with School of Rock to Minnesota, I think it was, and played a week there, and then they've played at the Fowlerville Fair, and they're playing all over the place.
That's awesome. That's awesome, and that's not only that, but that's small town connection right there.
There you go. Exactly. And so they're called the Fly By Night Band, and they'll open up on Saturday, followed by a group from Dansville called Mama Tried. They've been around for a long time, good friends of mine. From 3 until 4, the School of Rock, the East Lansing Youth Band. These kids come out every year and thoroughly amaze us at what they learned. Some of them we've seen the year before, and the improvement that they made over the course of the year is just nothing short of phenomenal. But they always put on a good show.
Always a fun time.
Always a good show. 4:30 to 5:30 is a band called Those Legs. And then from 6 until 7 is a Wild Honey Collective. Then 7:30 to 8:30 is Mixed Flavors. And that leads up to our headliner for Saturday night, which is a local girl. One who is near and dear to my heart because she first sang with us at the local STEAM show when she was 12 years old. And she's gone on to perform in The Voice and American Idol. Her name is Rebecca Brunner.
Yeah.
And she now lives in Nashville and is honing her craft. And a heck of a performer. And
always puts on a great show.
She puts on a great show.
And gives her full heart to what she's doing there. Yeah.
And she's just such a great kid.
Yeah.
If you know her, she's just, I mean, she's everything that Mason embodies. Hometown kid. And then closing out Saturday night, some friends of mine called the Cloud Hoppers.
Cloud Hoppers, yeah.
And they're a very talented band and high energy, and they'll do a good job closing out the night.
Certainly been doing their thing for quite a while too. Now, of course, music isn't the only thing that's happening there. We've got all sorts of other good stuff. Give me some of the highlights.
Well, we have when we set out with this, we wanted it to be truly a family event. So, if you've ever been to Mason, we block off the entire courthouse square, and we put in a beverage tent for the adults. Saturday morning, there will be a cornhole tournament in there.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Hopefully we'll have, we're shooting for 30 teams.
I think you started that last year, right?
Last year was the first year we worked with Eric Stid, and he's organizing it, and we're halfway to the 30-team limit. And that's always fun to watch.
Still time to get in there, at least as far as when we're recording this.
Yep. And I think the day of, you could probably show up and get in. If he hasn't
If it's not filled up, yeah.
Yep. Then we have a row of down the street of on one side of the street is just vendors, T-shirts, walking sticks, just about anything you can think of. On the other side, we have some food vendors. Joe's Gizzard City, who's got national
always
acclaim.
Fun and good stuff, yeah.
The Smoking Pig Barbecue.
And that's one of my favorites right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lumber Jill will be there again this year, and Kona Ice. So we have that on that side of the street. And if you go on the very back side, we put in a kids area where, once again, a local company, Mike Prelsnick, who is actually a elementary school principal, has a bunch of games and kid rides that he puts on the whole back end.
And this is completely free to just kind of hang out and just be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Saturday morning, the Chamber of Commerce has a craft show along the Ash Street side of the courthouse.
Very cool.
So this is the second year for that, and I think we're up to like 60 vendors for that this year.
Okay. You got a lot of the normal stuff, a little bit of the music flavor. It's a nice wide variety. Anything new that's happening this year?
This year we're trying, for the first time, we're going to have a VIP section.
Oh, okay.
Which will be interesting.
All right.
We're partitioning off a small section of the beverage tent, and we'll have some very nice, comfortable patio furniture there. And the people that bid on this will be able to be close to the stage, and they'll have their own dedicated waitress, so they don't have to get up and go to get their beverages and those kinds of things. So
because they are VIP.
They are VIPs, yes. So we're going to try that this year.
All right. And where would people go as far as on the web if they want to get the deets on this or anything like that?
Sundriedfestival.com.
Awesome. Why would somebody want to come on down to the Sun Dried Festival if they've never been to it?
Well, we take up the downtown. There's plenty of off-street parking in the parking lots behind like the Presbyterian Church and things like that. But the thing that I get from musicians the most, and I think plays true for the audience, is that I thank every musician when they come off the stage for performing at our festival, and they look at me and say, "No, thank you. Look at this backdrop. We have a professional stage company and sound company. The stage is facing the courthouse. That's what they see. If you're in the audience, you don't have to go in the beverage tent if you don't want to. We put a 30 by 40 foot tent up on Maple Street, and there's chairs under there so people can sit out of there, get under there out of the sun if they want, or you can bring your lawn chair and sit on a courthouse lawn and just sit there and enjoy."
Great.
And I don't think there's another venue like it anywhere.
Very cool. And finally, we didn't even hit on it. When does this happen? And when does it happen every year? Let's put it that way.
This always happens the weekend before Labor Day. This year it's the 25th, 26th, and the 27th. The other thing that we didn't mention was that on Sunday, the 27th, we turn over the stage to the local ministerial association.
Oh, right. Yep.
And we invite all the churches and their congregations to come downtown and be part of that community-wide church service. You don't have to be a member of any of our local churches. If you want to come and worship with us on Sunday, you're more than welcome from wherever you are.
Right, right.
It's just, once again, it's an opportunity to do something that you don't see or hear of, in too many other places. So
cool. Anything you want to mention before I let you go here?
The one thing I have to mention is that we have some very important people that stand behind us on this. The title sponsor for our event is the Mason Downtown Development Authority. And then for the second year in a row, our community leader sponsor is Wolverine Engineers and Surveyors. And we're so appreciative of them stepping up in the last couple of years to help us out. And this year we brought on Xfinity Comcast as a sponsor. Okay. We have a lot of other sponsors. The Daily Scoop Ice Cream Store, the Maple Street Mall. It just goes on and on and on. So those are our main sponsors.
Sure. I always want to send a shout out to the sponsors.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. And Leon, appreciate everything that you do in the Mason community as well as throughout the Lansing area. I know it's a lot of work each and every year. I know every once in a while you're like, man, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, but I am so happy that you do.
Well, I appreciate that. There's only 7 of us that put this thing on. Yeah. And we start in January, and that's when we start putting the pieces together. So hats off to those volunteers as well, because they work very hard to make everything go as smoothly as it does.
All right. Once again, you want to get any information on anything that we've been talking about today, you can always go to sundriedfestival.com and get all the deets there. Leon Clark, president of the Sundried Committee for the Sundried Festival, with me here today. Appreciate you coming in and being a part of the Convo, Leon.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks.
You've been listening to Community Convos, a program from LCC Connect with conversations about what's happening in our community. To listen to this episode on demand, visit us at lccconnect.org or find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on Community Convos, email us lcc-connect@lcc.edu. And thanks for joining the Convo.